years of champions have come and gone. Who will claim number 60 as we're off in the 2026 Super Bowl?
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They begin this drive with Chubb. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3-and-out and did just that. On the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A.J. Terrell, the one who shot in there to drop the QB. Well, you don't have to be a student of X's and O's to know that right there, that just was the perfect play call defensively.
You're exactly right, because what they did really well, disguised their intentions. They never thought that the corner would come on the blitz, but when he did, that QB was exposed and brought to the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Herron.
This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jamison Williams with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Lions are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw in the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run for it. Chubb. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try again with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation, because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith who had 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault, because to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
This time, the extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7.
and 7 now as they kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herron. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
To throw again. Herron. And he's got Pierce. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next.
7-all is the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down. Herron.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens, because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have taken the lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, Fooled him with the inside run. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Heron. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Kenny Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And room there to work it inside the 25.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2, Heron.
He still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Operating from the gun, Heron.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
Looking to throw. Herron. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 4th down, Herron. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Cole Kmet there to make the grab.
And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Finding Pierce on the crossing route.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 4. And he will slide to a stop
He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
They'll run here with Taylor.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Here's Taylor again.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Lions are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 6. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing to start the drive. Herron, he gets this into the hands of Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
The tackling in this game has not been good so far. We've seen our share of missed tackles. Case in point, that one right there. And that miss led to another big play. I don't know if it's effort, I don't know if it's technique, but they'll have to work on that in practice.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Chase Young
drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
We're in those golden high tops as well.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Heron
over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Heron buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Lions are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made here at the 36. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out to his left.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They'll run with Chubb. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Chubb.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Throwing on first down, Heron. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Browns drive about to get started. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago is starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now back to throw.
Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. He'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
2nd and 1.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, if it's 2 in a row, will we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll set up a throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
There he goes, right side.
And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This was almost That's what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at it, teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jonathan Taylor
With his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Lions have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here. He's going to try and go deep again. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.